I'm 18.
I'm 18.
27.
29.
17.
Slightly over 50.
Around lots and lots of years. Yeah.
Okay.
Think Gandalf.
I am 41 years old.
He's 59.
52.
I'm 17 years old.
Action.
My favourite genre of film is drama.
I have two. If you're asking the teacher, then I like the French New Wave. But if you're asking just me on my own, then probably rom-coms.
Action.
Action thriller.
Gotta be dramas or chick flicks.
Science fiction fantasy.
Thrillers. I particularly like science fiction thrillers, but I don't really like naff science fiction. So complicated science fiction.
Comedy and music.
I like lots of different films. I particularly like thrillers. I like films that are funny. Most of the films that have come out of the Pixar group.
Fantasy.
Suspense.
Violence, action, good acting skills, suspense, plot twist.
It's got to have some tension. It's got to be enough in it to keep me interested because I fall asleep quite easily. And maybe a lead actor who I can trust to save the day.
Engaging storyline, usually a twist, something dark, and hopefully at least one intriguing character.
Fast-paced action and maybe some violence.
Yeah. Suspense, lots of sort of sitting on the edge that really grips you and you don't know what's going to happen. So, yeah.
Well, suspense, bit of scare, bit of blood and guts, but a good storyline.
I like more psychological thrillers, political thrillers, things with complicated storylines as opposed to action thrillers.
I would expect sort of violence and things like that, which is really what I don't like.
Car chases and all that non-stop action. That's what we expect now, even in a Bond film. We want all that sort of action.
A mix between suspense and action.
That, it keeps you on the edge of your seat. And what's going to happen next? Sort of thing, yeah.
I like plot twists, to be fair. It's really much everything I like about the thrillers. But I'm not really a fan of thrillers in general.
I think I like a lot of action. And there to be some sort of puzzle that needs to be like a mystery that needs to be solved, and something that where if I can work out the answer to the question before the character does, I quite like that.
If they're done well, they usually have quite engaging storylines.
I like that they're fast-paced and you don't really have to figure out the story that much and everything's already explained out for you.
I don't like thrillers an awful lot, I have to say. I'm not wild about them. I don't like being scared.
Because it just takes your mind off everything else and you focus on that, which is a really good thing.
Which is really what I don't like.
Yeah, okay, so I was going to ask you what you like about them, but I guess there's almost
Not
nothing.
much. I mean, my wife used to watch them. I used to sort of watch them a little bit, like sort of older stuff and the newer stuff. I don't know.
With few words, you can still get a lot of story across.
My favourite film is Superman because he's really attractive and he's just a bit of a heartthrob, so the whole time I was like that.
My favourite film is The 400 Blows, a film by François Truffaut, filmed in 1959. It's part of the French New Wave.
Why do you
It's a
like
drama.
it?
Why do I like it?
Yeah.
Because it reflects. It's a film about childhood in general. It was filmed in the mise en scène is all about a little child going around the street of Paris. I'm really bad at explaining how it's like, and he treats about really beautiful topics, just like family issues in the life of a little child, loneliness and miscomprehension. Is that word? Yeah, I guess it is. Sort of stuff.
My favourite film is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And it's my favourite film because it's really silly, but it also has lots of historical stuff in it, and I like history. And I used to watch it with my dad, and that's why I like it, because I watched it with my dad.
Favourite film of all time is Almost Famous, hands down. It's a perfect soundtrack, it's well acted. They pick the characters, they pick the actors to play the cast because they resembled the real life people it was based off. So everyone in it's real. It's funny, it's sad, it's gripping, it's thrilling, it's just got everything you'd want in a film, and it's everything a film should be. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Yeah, it's good fun.
My favourite film is La La Land, and I love the editing, cinematography behind it. The actors are incredible.
Something like The Shawshank Redemption. I loved that. It's real based on characters. It's building a character and seeing how they progress. And how they strive against the difficulties that life can sometimes throw at you.
Oh gosh, well my favourite film isn't a thriller, it's Conan the Barbarian, which is about an old kind of warlord who just basically kills all the monsters and that sort of thing. But in terms of thrillers, well, I think if you go back to Psycho, it's just absolutely still now it's scary, the shower scene. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I really
even
like
now
it.
that still gets me. So, you know, if you'd say a classic thriller, yeah.
Favourite film would be Blade Runner, which is exactly what I've just been talking about.
Yeah.
So it's science fiction, it's futuristic, but it's also not futuristic a lot of the time in the way it sets up
It raises
the world, and it's got a good storyline.
My favourite film is American Graffiti, which is sort of 50s, 60s sort of thing, the whole sort of thing that goes on in it. It's just fun, I think.
Equalizer, a thriller, Equalizer thriller. I tell you, I love Up, that's the Pixar one. I think that's superb, and that actually does make me quite sad, the bit about the old man.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, just because it's the third one in the trilogy and it's just a pity ending.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. I'd so watch that.
Being myself, pretty close to all of this environment regarding to terrorist attacks, taking the fact that I'm French, I will be interested in going and see and watch that film.
I'm not too sure actually. I don't think I would because I think it's a little bit close to home, and I think it's reflecting a little bit too much the current fear at the moment that sort of thing might happen, and especially if I've got some sort of holiday booked, it'd probably make me a bit weary. It's probably not.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Probably yes. Probably yes, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's unfortunately part of the world today, so yeah, we need to tackle these issues. Absolutely, it has to be done in the right way, obviously. But,
Yeah, no reason why not.
Watch the news.
So yes, I mean, I watched that. Obviously it's a successful series taken, so yeah.
Yeah, I have. Do you like Taken? Yeah, I like Taken.
I've watched Taken.
Do you like
it? I thought it gave a really bad representation of French people. I thought it was alright.
No, I haven't.
Yes, I've seen
Do
Taken.
you like it?
The first one, yes, then they go rapidly downhill.
I have.
Do you like it?
I do.
I have watched Taken.
Do you like it?
I do like it, yeah. I do like it.
I saw the first one. I haven't seen all of them.
Yeah.
I
Well, the
need
first
to
one
sit
is the
down
best
and
one, I
see
think.
them properly, but I've seen the first one and a bit of the second, and I don't know, something happened and I couldn't finish
Yeah.
it.
Did you like it, the first
I
one?
thought the first one was very good, very gripping.
Yes, seen Taken.
Do you like it?
Yeah, that's a bit actiony
Yeah.
for me, for what I really like watching, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yes. I like Liam Neeson thrillers for the same reason, but they get a bit samey.
I did.
I do. Yeah, I like film. I do horse riding. What other hobbies do I have? Theatre.
Music and cinema.
I like watching football. That's pretty much it. I'm quite boring. Reading books.
Filmmaking, I guess. Don't really have many hobbies now. No, DIY. I guess it's become one.
My hobbies, going to cinema, listening to music.
An interest. Okay, so sport, so maybe tennis or running or road biking, and interest reading, cooking, theatre, film, that sort of thing.
Anything in the outdoors, so climbing and skiing and mountain biking and anything like that.
I'm a housemaster and I've got a young family, so I therefore have no interests or hobbies of my own anymore.
Listen to music, really. That's about it.
So like things like gardening I actually enjoy. I like being with my family, but that's not an interest. I like watching those sort of films. I'm very interested in current affairs. I love to watch the news. I'm very interested in politics.
I like scuba diving and I'm interested in sciences.
Online. Yeah.
I used to go to the cinema a lot back in the days, but first I don't really have time. And I'm kind of broke. It's kind of expensive as well.
Yeah.
And I'm busy.
We stream them usually from the PlayStation Network, sitting in bed watching TV?
Either DVD, Blu-ray, or the cinema.
At the cinema.
Do you go to cinema? We have Sky movies at home, so I tend to sit at home and watch them on Sky Store, afraid so, yeah.
Typically at home in my movie studio, because I can get all the surround sound and just kind of sit back there, glass of beer and a bag of crisps. Lovely.
Sky. Watching films for me, Sky.
Yeah.
Watching films at the cinema these days involves. Yeah, I've seen 2 Disney films in the time that Trainspotting 2's been out, and I still haven't seen Trainspotting 2, so that's where my life's at. Devastated.
Very often DVD. Occasionally if it's cinema, but it's mainly DVD.
Usually online, but if it's something new that's out, I'd go to the cinema.
Usually through like friends or like social media.
Words of mouth from my friends, Facebook, social networks, and don't know, internet in general, to be fair.
Usually on social media, so usually like a Facebook post or posters. If I'm driving, I do a lot of driving, so I often see things advertised alongside the road or on public transport. So either social media or posters.
I guess the internet, the internet. It must be the
Adverts on Facebook and trailers on YouTube.
Through the papers, either the Sunday Times or the Saturday Telegraph, through the reviews and things.
I just look at reviews on Blinkbox, see what's coming up.
It must be online more than I don't read film magazines or the press much anymore.
Just sort of hear about them really. I don't watch a lot of the newer stuff, more the older films, but something new comes along, I might sort of see on TV or something.
You see, these days you can just go on Amazon and click something and woof, it comes straight to your house.
Usually Facebook posts a lot of trailers, so through Facebook.
You like the trailer, and if it's like actors, I like stuff like that.
The genre film first.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to go and see a blockbuster, for example. I'm not going to go and pay for something like that.
Yeah.
Actors. And just the topic, you know, the synopsis, I guess.
Usually for quite shallow reasons, if I like the lead actor or actress or not. I'm going to see Hacksaw Ridge tomorrow just because I like Andrew Garfield.
Okay, so the director, the actors, and then usually the source material. So if it's going to be like a franchise film, so like the new Wolverine, that looks awesome. New Star Wars looks great, but then every now and then there'll be a film you've never heard of that pops up that also looks great. So it always depends.
It has to look interesting from the trailer, have good reviews.
Whether it's a good review or bad review, or if it's a storyline that's based on truth or has some sort of connection to reality.
The actors would be important to me. Any ratings, the certificate are like 15s typically.
I'll enjoy any genre if it's got a good cast, so I guess I'm attracted to script and actors.
It's the entertainment value really, so get away from the laugh to watch it.
Well, it depends who's directed it and who's acting it.
I don't really like rom-coms and stuff like that. I'd much prefer an action or a thriller, so something that's a bit more on the edge of your seat.